Your channel has subscribers. It may even have a lot of them, but it just doesn't feel like your subscribers are watching your videos. You might even get an occasional comment about how your view to subscriber ratio is low. Sometimes these comments are supportive, like, "This channel is underrated," and sometimes they are condescending, but in either case, it may make you wonder, is my channel dying? Am I doing something wrong? Calm down and let's talk about it. If you look at some of the recent videos on my primary YouTube channel, they don't get a lot of views. Game over, man! I may as well just pack up and leave YouTube. Hold on. Let's take a look at the whole picture before we draw any conclusions. If we ask my analytics if my channel is dying, it's like, does not compute. From this perspective, I can see that my channel is still growing, I have more subscribers than ever, and almost 7 of my videos have over 1 million views. Wait a minute, I have videos with 1 million views, but I only have 200,000 subscribers? Yep, my channel generates most of its views from non-subscribers, and that's not uncommon. But these aren't really important metrics for gauging success. What really matters, or should matter from a creator's perspective, is watch time and revenue. Being concerned only about view count is like a restaurant owner only being interested in having a lot of people come into their restaurant. But if the owner doesn't care to ask if the patrons like the food, and if they don't observe how much each patron spent, they're missing some of the most important data. Maybe a lot of people came in, but all they got was water and a small appetizer and some ketchup packets for later. Maybe some of them just came in to use the bathroom and didn't buy anything. So the restaurant looked full, but it didn't make much money, and the owner still has to pay the staff, pay for rent, supplies, and utilities, and make a profit. And yes, YouTube is a business and creators do pay these expenses. You can call it a hobby all you want, but Uncle Sam disagrees. These view to subscriber ratio comments are like people going on Twitter and seeing that Taco Bell has 1.9 million followers, but then commenting that they aren't getting very many likes on their posts. Or even worse, walking into a Taco Bell, seeing 10 or 11 people, and then saying so loudly that everyone can hear, "I guess Taco Bell's dying." See how absurd those comments are now? Most people follow or subscribe for something that a creator or restaurant cannot deliver on consistently. In the case of Taco Bell, that's free tacos. And in my case, that's drawing tablet reviews and really basic art tips. If Taco Bell gave away free tacos in each post, they'd get closer to 1.9 million likes, but even if they gave away money, they still wouldn't get near 1.9 million likes on every post consistently. So now that you see how ridiculous this so-called logic is, let's step away from it and look at this from a clearer perspective. Here's some of the important channel metrics to be concerned with. First, watch time. I can see that I am getting a lot of watch time, though that's somewhat distorted because people watched more videos during 2020 because of COVID, and I moved a lot of my videos to 2 new channels. So you aren't seeing the views and missing data from those channels from 2020 forward. Watch time is really what matters the most to YouTube, because that means YouTube makes more money showing ads by keeping people on the platform. So that's my #1 metric to be concerned about in terms of my channel's performance. Just because you get a view doesn't mean people watched much or all of your video. It's not uncommon for most people to not watch your entire video. Therefore, the duration of the video determines how much watch time you'll get as well. What's driving most of my watch time are just a few top-performing videos, but altogether, even the smaller videos add up to a substantial amount of watch hours because there are so many of them. Another important metric is revenue. My revenue has increased substantially over time and is higher than ever. I've made over $100,000 in YouTube revenue since I started doing this in 2013, and YouTube only represents a small fraction of my monthly income, so this isn't including the revenue I generate from products I sell, affiliate links, sponsored videos, and Patreon memberships. When I look at other similar digital art channels, some have more subscribers than I do, but they don't have any videos with 1 million or more views. Other channels get a lot of views and have a lot of subscribers, but struggle to make more than just YouTube ad revenue. And if your baseline for success is an entertainment channel that specializes in trends, vlogging, or gaming, videos in those categories tend to get tons of views as soon as they are posted, but they also don't have much longevity. Whereas my videos are mostly evergreen, which means they have the opposite outcome. They don't get a lot of views up front, but will eventually gain a lot more over time because they stay relevant for longer. So this is probably the root of a lot of those view versus sub ratio comments. Viewers are comparing apples to oranges, and I've been guilty of it too, so I can't really blame people for making the same assumptions. Most channels are not as transparent with their data as mine is, but that's what leads to these assumptions. I think there is value in showing people what is really going on behind the scenes. One person's goal might be to get millions of views and millions of subscribers as quickly as possible, but that's not mine. As each year I've been on YouTube passes, I realize more and more that getting millions of subscribers in a relatively quick period of time could be possible, but the path to get there would not be very fulfilling. And it might even mean I end up making less money, maybe not even enough to justify being a full-time creator, and I might have the least longevity career-wise. I know what types of videos get millions of views: product reviews and general art tips for beginners, and I am fully capable of making more of these types of videos, but I don't care to because a lot of that content has already been made. I want to fill in what is missing on YouTube, not repeat more of the same. Not only would making only my top performing content not be sustainable given the limited number of topics I can cover, I also wouldn't enjoy making the same type of content every week. I don't want to be a big commercial for someone else's creations. I want to create my own stuff. Beginner level content also does really well on my channel, but many beginners also give up and don't ever advance enough to watch intermediate or advanced subjects. So I also don't want to be stuck sharing fundamentals rather than showing people how to go from start to finish as an artist. What I don't want is to become cheap entertainment with no lasting value. Even if getting millions of subscribers were more than just superficial and I became a millionaire, it's not worth it to me to have success doing something I'm not genuinely interested in. I'd much rather be a niche content creator with a low view to sub ratio, because in my own experience, it is possible to make a good living and do what you love. So let's put the final nail in the coffin for a low view to sub ratio being an inherently bad thing. If I make a niche video that only gets 1,000 views, or even 100, it's fairly likely that those people are really interested in that topic, and the likelihood goes up that they will generate more watch time, and some may even enter my sales workflow and become a paying member or purchase my products. And considering that's how I have the most impact and make the most money, I want to be concerned with how many customers, members, or students I have, not subscribers. Views and subscribers are just a superficial metric. When these numbers are big, it looks really impressive, but that doesn't really mean anything on its own. On my videos that have over 1 million views, clearly I'm not even getting 1% of those viewers to become a member or buy one of my courses, and many of them don't even watch ads on my videos, so what exactly am I gaining from all those views? When it comes time to pay the bills, I can't send views. I need revenue to continue making free videos as my full-time job. And sure, my top performing videos make a decent amount of money, but I want to sell my own products, not someone else's through ads. Though it's not common, the most I have made off of one single video is $11,000 in ad revenue, and that's on a video that's only 2 years old. Most of my videos don't make much at all in ad revenue. But here's a video on my other smaller channel that only has 2,700 views and has probably brought in $11,000 through the course it's promoting. And there are other niche videos that get even fewer views and probably look superficially pathetic in terms of views, but are driving most of my membership and product sales. And which do you think is the more sustainable video to make? A video I can only make once per year, or smaller videos I can make every week? Of course, it's good to make both, but you can see why it's not possible to make an $11,000 video every week, even if I wanted to. So no, a low view to sub ratio is not necessarily a bad thing, but could it negatively impact your channel? In some ways, yes. YouTube is a very superficial place, and evidently, from comments, my low view to sub ratio is causing some people to judge my content before watching it. But those are mostly people from a different demographic than the one I want to attract anyway, so that's not necessarily bad for my performance. I think it goes without saying that you shouldn't change yourself because of what some random person on the internet thinks. But here's one more reason why you shouldn't listen to unsolicited critiques. If someone is asking you to do the opposite of what you've been doing, which would be to get most of your subscribers to view every one of your videos, could it be possible to experience the opposite effect as well? For example, if I were to stop doing things my own way and I tried to only make top performing videos, I'd start to lose that core audience that appreciates my niche content. Over time, my audience would be slowly replaced by a new audience that views me as disposable entertainment and doesn't value me enough to support me financially because there are many more creators who can do the same thing I do. It also may be that the new demographic you attract does genuinely want to support you, but just doesn't have the disposable income to do it. Ultimately, people are supporting me because I create something they value, and no one else can do what I do the way I do it. If you want to stand out, don't blend in. That's not to say that you shouldn't try to improve, but you should try to make changes to your content because it's something you want to do. Although a low view to subscriber ratio doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong with your channel, you might want to see if you can increase that value to optimize your content. There are 4 primary reasons why subscribers aren't watching your videos. As we learned earlier, one is that you aren't offering them what they subscribed for. The second is that you are offering them something they aren't interested in. Third, they are interested but just don't have the time to watch your video. And fourth, some people subscribe to channels to support them or keep up with their content, but rarely watch their videos. Think about how many channels you are subscribed to. Do you even come close to watching every video each person releases? I sure don't. Therefore, it wouldn't hurt to take a look at the types of content you post and your return on investment for each topic. If there is a type of content that isn't really falling into the categories of top performing videos or niche videos that generate income, then they might just be videos that few people are going to find valuable. As a creator, it's easy to churn out digital products like videos, but not everything you create is going to be worth taking the time to sell. A good example is a series I had where I talked about music I like. On an art channel, that wasn't very popular, as you might imagine, so I eliminated it. From an investment standpoint, unpopular videos are a waste of your time. That is, unless there's something you're really passionate about that you're willing to post, even if they don't perform well. If you're able to reinvest time and resources from the video topics you discontinued into video topics that perform well that you enjoy creating, that's going to feel a lot better. And by eliminating your unpopular content, you can increase the chances that subscribers will make time to watch your new content because it will be something they are more likely to be interested in. Just as well, you might consider whether you are trying to fit too many subjects into a single channel. The most popular topics will always make the other topics on your channel look inferior in comparison. By keeping your channel focused more narrowly, you can increase the likelihood that your subscribers will watch your new videos. I've recently separated my primary channel into 3 channels. Although I started my primary channel creating Corel Painter tutorials, as I gained more subscribers from drawing tablet reviews and art tips, my view to subscriber ratio dropped steeply on my Corel Painter content. It is very discouraging to post content and have it not get many views relative to your other videos and subscriber count. But after moving my Corel Painter content to its own channel, now the videos are performing well because they are not being compared to video subjects that are vastly different. I also had a lot of artist advice and how to make money videos that performed well, just not relative to my other videos, so I've added those to this channel. Now when I post videos, they will be more likely to go to the right audience, which should increase my view to subscriber ratio overall. But I also know that even so, that ratio is naturally going to be low as long as I keep creating the same kind of niche content. I can make the best content possible, and I can use the best optimization techniques, but ultimately, an education channel like mine is not ever going to reach the same level of popularity as a daily vlog, a gaming, news, or entertainment channel. There just aren't that many people who are interested in digital art compared to the other types of media. So just do the best you can within your niche. It's also worth mentioning that there are many other factors that can affect your view count and how many of your subscribers view your videos. One that a lot of creators are having difficulty with is YouTube notifications and the subscriptions feed. It feels like something changed in the way YouTube delivers new videos. A lot of subscribers are not getting new videos like they used to years ago. Another factor might be that larger channels like mine may have built up their subscribers over many years, so it could just be that subscribers just lose interest or take a break from the subject you're creating videos about. There have also been a lot of YouTube algorithm changes over the years. So the point is that even if you look at your analytics and it looks like you are doing something wrong, maybe the drop in performance has nothing to do with you. It might be out of your control, and you'll just have to adapt to that change. There are definitely things you can do to change your performance for the better or sometimes for the worse. In my case, in 2015, I started paywalling a lot of my long format and advanced content for members only. This subtracted from some of the content people may have subscribed for. I also took breaks from posting regularly because I had to, so people may have lost interest in my channel, but never unsubscribed. I also experimented with a lot of new content from 2016 to about 2018, so people may have subscribed for content I no longer create. Or all of that random content may have caused them to disable notifications for my new videos. All this change may have created a worse experience for some subscribers, but it also provided a better, more sustainable experience for me as the creator, and ultimately, that benefits everyone who watches this channel, whether they're subscribed or not. So is my channel dying? Far from it. When people disparage my channel's performance, regardless of whether it was well-intentioned or malicious, it makes me want to laugh, and then bang my head against a wall. From my point of view, there's nothing wrong with my channel, but I have access to data that you don't see in the public view count and subscriber count of a channel. So don't pay too much attention to comments about how your channel should be doing. Constructive feedback can be good, but don't give people a platform to tear you down. Block people who don't have anything positive to say and move on. It's your Taco Bell. And if that negativity makes you doubt yourself, listen to your data. It will give you the insight you need to come to evidence-based conclusions rather than emotional ones. If you look in your analytics and you really are losing subscribers, your views are going down, your watch time is lower, and your revenue is drying up, then yes, something may be going wrong with your channel or the content you're creating. But analytics can often help you discover the reason for that change, and you can adapt. If you'd like to learn more about how to optimize your YouTube channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos for content creators. Thanks for watching and stay creative.